We have the Radiant in blue and gold. We have the Dire. Tree is the only one with a cool skin, and he's very thorny. We have an intro. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Patreon, to another ability draft analysis with me, KarmaKnight, and that gentleman that you can't see over there, that's Stargate. That's Stargate? Did I lose Stargate? I feel like I lost Stargate. I'm gonna pause the recording. One. And we're back. My internet crashed, some technical difficulties. But here we are, 20 seconds till game start, and there is action at the bottom forest rune. Looks like Beastmaster got ganked. 3 of them showed up.
I got ganked too, but Beastmaster saved me by tanking it.
Nice. Looks like that is a bottom forest rune for them.
I didn't know they had vision up there. Weird.
Tree got our river rune and is trying to chase down Clock with battery assault. Got a little more than half his health, but no real danger there, so no first blood on the runes.
Nope.
I noticed in the intro screen that my Jug skin, sorry, your Jug skin, and my Luna skin kind of match. We're both blue and gold. It's very cool.
That's neat.
Planned. All right, let's introduce the lanes. Let's we don't actually have like a specific carry this game. We have 4 people.
We have all the carries.
We have 4 people farming. We have 1 support. I'm going to start with top and Clockwork because this guy clearly thinks he's a carry. And his plan this game is to catch people in power cogs and then immediately hit battle trance. And I don't think it's a very good plan. Like, I watched him do this, and like he didn't kill people while battle trance was up, and then as soon as it came off, he died promptly. Shouldn't you like let your health get low and then use battle trance, not just like immediately pop it?
Yeah, he just got scared.
Isn't it the like? No, I think his plan, like he said it in chat at one point that he was gonna cogs and battle trance people. And, like, I think that's just a terrible plan. Like, you should plan on cogs and Geminate attack and whirling axes and then fighting till you're both low. And then when they think they're going to beat you and are sticking around to win the trade, then you switch on Battle Trance and, like, take over the fight. Right? That's how Battle Trance works. Yeah, so
That's it.
flawed strategy decisions for this Clockwork. Also in this lane is me, Luna, with all the Ags abilities. Sadly, Wild Axe's Ags has been removed, but Spirits works with Ags, Gush works with Ags, Chaotic Offering works with Ags. I thought this build was pretty fun. Definitely.
No, they removed Wild Axe's Ags.
Oh god, this build would have been so strong if Wild Axe's was its old mode. Yeah, it's gone down in potency a lot since they made that change. Once every 8 seconds versus every single time you want to cast it on a super long range, high damage, low mana cost nuke is much less good. Like it used to be once you got Ags, it was just pretty much unconstrained repeating nuke.
Yeah.
And now it has a cooldown. So nowhere near as good, but still quite strong. This lane was awful. Very hard to last hit in because we're against a tree who has the highest base damage. And then Kraken Shell and Battery Assault so he can run us down. And Tidehunter with Anchor Smash and Blade Dance. Oh, he's not leveling Blade Dance first. He went for Lunar Blessing, which is also bonus damage. And this is actually... it's less damage than when Blade Dance crits, but it's guaranteed damage. Which I suppose is probably better for last hitting. But yeah, me trying to last hit with 56 damage against this Tidebringer with like 75 damage and this tree with 100 damage is just... it's so frustrating. It's just so much easier for them to land last hits. I pretty much ended up having to last hit with Wild Axes all through the lane phase. Anyway, Tidebringer's build is not really that interesting, but it definitely hits like a Mack truck.
Yeah, Tidehunter has an interesting build. I think just the fact that they're both tanky melee bodies too. Like, you're not killing them early.
Yep, probably not. It looks like Tree is playing a support also. Look at him like pulling and everything. What a good
Yep.
teammate. Speaking of good teammates, let's check out bottom lane. Where Io is almost dead, but not dead. And Kunkka is standing in Blade Fury, and he's pretty much fine. You're in a little bit of trouble.
So annoying.
Oh, he just immediately killed your healing ward. How rude.
I mean, and that's okay because I kind of used it as bait, right? Like I was running away.
Yep. And you've got the Ring of Health, so you're going to be just fine. Looks like you're going for 2 Battle Furies. The best Omni Slash builds.
I liked one.
Fully support 2 Battle Furies with Omni Slash. I mean, the damage stacks additively, so like there's no drawback to having multiple Battle Furies. You get more damage, you get more regen, you get double the splash, and your splash can end up higher than your regular attack damage, and an Omni Slash with a ton of splash can be pretty scary. But
double mint gum commercial right there for it.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
It's the statement of the Great Mint with double Battle Fury Omni Slash. I feel like that doesn't quite roll off the tongue right, but whatever, it's fine.
Probably not.
So we've got Kunkka slamming you with Tidebringer, and Io keeping him up with Tether. How annoying!
Keeping him up was so annoying. Yeah, the whole lane.
Yep, that's an annoying lane combo for sure. And then Io has a stun and a slow. Oh man, what an excellent support build on this Io. Nature's Grasp, Lucent Beam, and Tether. Blah. That's awful to play against.
Watch this.
Kunkka's just like, I'll just hang out under the tower. It's fine. You're very low.
Jeeves saves me with a fucking pot.
He did.
He put a pot on me for
I saw. For like one second. Yep.
Yeah.
Couple ticks of pot regen kept you up. God, you guys are both just completely forced off the wave.
Yep.
And their team did very well early.
They're 1,000 gold up, net worth wise.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at. Oh wait, did we look at you guys at all? We didn't look at your builds at all.
No.
We have you. Well, we kind of looked at you. You've got
Jug.
Blade Fury. You've got Omni Slash. You've got Healing Ward, and you've got Whirling. So you're Jug with a slow. I don't hate it. You don't have built-in crit, but you do have a slow. Coming from mid is Arc Warden, who we'll talk about in a second. And he is chonking away and hits real hard. And he yells at Kunkka in his loudest Karen voice. And Kunkka goes down.
You're going to say it too?
Oh yeah, I'm so addicted to calling that Karen. It is the most Karen of alts. I'm not afraid to say so. Let's talk about Beastmaster for a hot second. He's got Shikuchi and a big team ult. What more do I need to say? There's also Spark Wraith for the excellent Ags combo. There's also Magnetic Field. I don't know if I care about Magnetic Field. I feel like it's one of those abilities that like could potentially do a lot, and it's just like not that great. Uh-oh. All the IO support pays off, and you go down. Kunkka's getting strong fast. That was a Power Treads run down. Got those done at 7 minutes. That's pretty decent. All right, let's look at our Arc Warden.
The mid.
He's got...
Yeah. So he's a Karen with Moonglaves.
Karen ult and Moonglaves on a ranged agility hero. Overcharge also for that nice 110 attack speed. And spell amplification so he can yell even louder.
I talked him into the overcharge. I thought that was a really good pick.
Also Flux, which is not good for farming jungle camps because they just run back to all the other creeps. But Moonglaves is good for farming jungle camps. He's got Wraith Bands working his way up toward a Mask of Madness, I assume. This is a killer build. I mean, definitely needs items to do anything. But like, as a single target ambush off a Shadow Blade, Roar is fantastic. That 4-second stun duration is huge. And on a scary right clicker like this, it can certainly get kills. And then Flux is just damage per second and a pretty decent slow, as long as the opponent doesn't have allies around. So I think that makes this even more of a just like try to catch people alone build.
And he has 3 talents for it.
Oh yeah. Plus damage, plus duration, plus cast range. I don't know if I care about the cast range.
I don't either. But the damage and duration are good.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, what
I
about
show up
this
mid
Warlock?
and immediately eat everything Warlock has and go down to no health and have to send my courier to bring me some regen.
Rough.
Rough way to start my little romp around mid. Yeah, I was just tired of fighting with Clockwork for a farm. He's got his power treads at this point. I'm sitting on some awkward items that let me cast Whirling Axes a lot, but lack for regen. So I've definitely like sent my courier back for tangos and stuff a couple times. Going for the Dragonlance first. I haven't decided if I like that plan. I kind of want to do it on range heroes a lot of the time, but I don't know. I don't think it's a good first item.
It's definitely not a farming item, but you know, you
Well,
have spirits, you have wild axes.
Especially since they changed the recipe and you can no longer get a Band of Elven skin. An Elven. What is this item called? What am I thinking of? Yeah, Band of Elven skin. Oh my god, is that the
Gross.
skin of an
It's
elf?
gross.
Is that what that
Gross.
is? I just said that and was like, wait, that can't be what that's called. That is what that's called. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, live and learn.
Yeah.
Anyways, Warlock has 2 right-click abilities and Shadow Word. You know, for a mediocre damage over time to go with his multiple right-click abilities. I mean, I guess Shadow Word isn't bad. It's like at level 4, it's 450 damage. That's a strong nuke. But I don't know. I feel like he probably should have taken Chaotic Offering, considering his talent tree and the fact that it was on board when he took Shadow Word and already had his 2 right-click abilities. He clearly wants to be a carry Warlock, but like passing Chaotic Offering is categorically wrong.
It is.
Anyways,
Well,
he ended up
especially for his build.
Yeah, he ended up with Boat, which is pretty solid. Also a good AoE stun. But I'm
Yeah.
sticking with my guns. I don't think Shadow Word was the pick.
Hey, do you and your listeners want to hear some trivia about the Band of Elven skin? So
Yeah,
reasonable-
sure. Let's
originally-
hear it.
Originally, it was
What?
the Boots of Elven skin, but they changed it because there was some confusion between whether or not it had movement speed or not, so they changed it to the Band, and it's not actually Elven skin, although that is the name that it has there. It is stating that it is the Boots of Elven skin because it is skin that is gotten from, you know, kind of animals that are out in the woods of the Elven land. It's a tensile fabric often used in lightweight and ease of movement.
Fascinating. So, what you're trying to tell me is that it's boots.
Yeah, that's what it was originally.
That
It was
Omni
boots.
slash top was the most upsetting Omni slash ever.
Oh god, I
It
had so many.
split the
upsetting
damage
ones.
perfectly
Wait,
between
can we
them,
go
and
back?
neither one went
Can we
down.
go back? Because that one is a really good.
I mean, I definitely just
terrible.
watched it, but yeah, sure. Let's go back to 12, 10? Yeah, let's go back to 12:10. I'm there.
Well, hold on. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, play. So
Okay.
we've got Beastmaster running around with Shikuchi. Looks like he's gonna hit Mana Boots and an Overgrowth. Nice Blade Fury, cleans out the creeps, doing everything right. Fight goes on a little longer. You get on the Omni Slash and get Kunkka to so close
damn
to
it.
dead, and then
I
switch
always
over to
don't die.
Tidebringer, and
Oh,
neither one
fuck.
dies. Oh
And the thing
man.
that's hard about that is Tidebringer's body is just so large. I couldn't see Kunkka to click on him.
Yep.
That was gross.
Yeah, that's just how Omni Slash goes sometimes, but that's really frustrating.
Yep.
So
I had a couple of good ones this game, but that was not it.
that was not one of them. So I've got my Dragonlance, I've got some mana regen, and I've got boots. Farming along just fine. The other team is up 4K. It's 5-4. Why are they at 4K? Are they just like crushing us
Jesus.
on the on last hits, I suppose?
Well,
Let's
the
check out
two.
let's check
Yeah.
out net worth. So Kunkka, okay, Kunkka with Tidebringer. Okay, yeah. They're absolutely just smashing us on last hits. Because Kunkka has Tidebringer and Tidebringer has
Or
no
Tide Hunter.
Tide
Thank you,
Hunter. God, that's
You're welcome.
not confusing at all. Tide Hunter has Anchor Smash and multiple bonus damage abilities.
Yeah.
Looks like this Arc Warden here, Mr. Whodat Ninja, has his
Whodat.
mask, has a little armor melt. I notice he's using Overcharge rather than Mask. Gotta say, for farming purposes, Mask is much less mana intensive.
Yeah, I'm very confused by that. He's using that a lot, huh?
So we thought we were just gonna pressure the tower, and 3 of them show up here. I decided to go in and ult.
That Treant messed his hook shot. That was funny.
We get the overgrowth down too, but I melted way too fast. Arc Warden melted way too fast. I end up feeding my golem because I just can't get it out. Two Test gets away because Shikuchi. Yeah, I don't think an Omni Slash would have helped. I mean, this is 4 beefy strength heroes at 15 minutes. I see, I see bracers and phase boots. I see mana boots and a headdress with tether. I see a wand. I see
and a Midas.
Bracers and phase boots. Like,
hey.
Yeah, they're getting chonky. Hey, Clockwork's thing worked that time. Wait a second. We gotta give him credit for that one. Let's back up to 1450.
Hey.
Because I want to see what happens with this Clockwork.
I'm there.
I'm there. 3, 2, 1, play. So Io catches him with his ult. Oh yeah, and he just immediately hits it, but in this case Io's already low. So he survives with very little health, but as soon as it wears off he dies. It being Battle Trance. Arc Warden is gonna Karen yell at the Tide Hunter. Uh-oh. Tree has the best hook ever directly into Kunkka's butt. Blade Fury almost gets tied. The Omni Slash will catch him. It's good enough for 1, but not for 2. That's slow, working wonders. Tree looks like he's probably going down here.
Yeah, he's trying real hard, but
there's another slow on him. That last Arc Warden Spirit doesn't get to go. And we're forced to change targets in the last second there.
Gross.
Arc Warden tries to fight the Kunkka, but Kunkka is too beefy. Tree comes back into the fight and goes down to 2 Test. Wants to just Shikuchi through.
Was it the Sparkwraith.
It was a Sparkwraith. Fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they're up 2 kills. Now they're up 5K. Yeah, they have a big farming advantage early. We have a bunch of builds that need farm.
That's what was really frustrating. I felt
yeah,
like
here
Clockwork was just farming.
You and I are both in the bottom jungle right now, looking for a farm.
Felt bad. I did not know they had this ward up there the whole time. That really is obnoxious. They had it in the beginning of the game. They kept putting it up there.
Dave told us about that, and I did not deward it. 2 Test told us after the game that this was a war of wards. Ooh, Tree with a very nice hook shot. Gets the pick off on Clockwork. 2 Test roots the Kunkka, but doesn't follow up. He baits the Tree, and Arc Warden will get that kill, but Kunkka gets away. I feel like 2 Test could have just stayed on Kunkka that fight and would have gotten that kill.
Felt bad for letting you die with that Io. I could have I noticed that you went down and you were fighting for quite a bit in jungle there
Oh, I wasn't even watching that fight.
with the IO.
What happened? Let's go
Yeah,
back. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to 1711. Oops. 1710-ish, something like that, and then we'll unpause.
Okay. So I'm at 17. Oh no, go a little bit before. Go 17.
17 even. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. So while that fight's happening, River,
You get
Io
stunned
catches
there.
me. Oh, right, and I'm getting beat up in this fight and running for my life. And I see you're almost to me, so I turn around and drop Golem on him, but I go down in the effort. And there's a Tidehunter back there, so he just tethers out, and that is a wasted ult for me.
But what I noticed was you guys were up there for quite a bit of time, and I was farming that lane. I could have helped. I just had no situational awareness there.
Yeah, easy to get tunnel vision when you're farming.
Hmm.
That's one thing about farming is farming well often requires a little bit of micro and a little bit of attention. But when you're farming, you also like always have to have an eye on the mini map. That's something I'm struggling to get better at. And yeah, just being in the right fights at the right
Get me
time.
in this triangle too. That's
Looks
fun.
like there's 4 of them running into our triangle. Well, you are happily farming ancients. At least you were for a second there. They get you, they get the ancients. They're up 6k net worth and 4 kills now. They're a little bit of a death ball.
We're having some problems.
So we've got a lot of squish on our team. Like all 3 carries are squishy. Then we've got Clockwork, who's like kind of our ghetto carry, who's tanky, and we've got Beastmaster, who has the potential to be tanky, but is just going, you know, with mana items really, because he's a support. And then they have this Kunkka with Tidebringer, who already has Crix and Shadowblade, and they have this Tidehunter with a Battle Fury. And like, if those two both like get a hit off, that pretty much kills any of our squishies, like outright.
Yeah, yeah.
Arc
I hear you.
pushes the lane in and then buggers off into the forest
Booger.
with his little tumbler's toy to make sure he's safe for the TP out. And we have a 5-man push coming down top lane onto our T2.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we just make the decision not to even mess with this.
Look at that tree. Look at him go.
Oh boy, flying tree. Ah, he gets himself stuck in the forest.
Mother trucker.
Oh man, that's so silly.
Just gonna use the thing again and get out.
That's quite a cooldown though, doesn't it? Yeah, a really long cooldown of 16 seconds.
15 is not that
Oh
long.
man,
Although-
flying tree, ravage, eclipse. When they go hard, and we all die immediately. At least 3 of us die immediately. They don't get the Arc Warden though, and the Arc Warden is
Just cleans up.
Arc Warden is the scary boy in longer fights. He's got his Desolator for this fight. That's a big power spike for him. And it really shows in this fight where his lifesteal keeps him up. And
He didn't use Mask of Madness though again. Why? I don't understand.
well, some people are extremely against using Mask of Madness when they're taking damage because of the armor penalty. It does reduce your armor by 8. I generally find the bonus to attack speed, especially if you have lifesteal, pretty much balances that out. And, you know, can make your enemies dead, which is nice for not taking too much damage. Speaking of taking damage, we got a flying tree running at our Arc Warden. Warlock is not as good of a right clicker as Arc Warden is and goes down. The battery
That's true,
assault
though.
is doing work. He's got the follow-up with hookshot. Eventually, Tree gets that
comes.
kill. But that was a 2v1, and he killed the one who's supposed to be their right-click carry. I noticed they have Shadow Blade and the start of a Desolator on their Warlock. And Ninja just already has his Desolator up. The fight for Vision is intense. As the Beastmaster evades 3 of them with Shikuchi. Until that hook shot and the ward for Vision, he just turns around and Shikuchi's the other way. Well ahead of the Torrent, well ahead of the second ward dropped for his sake. I'm a little bit out of position here and get exploded by a flying tree. Boat is going to be good enough for Arc Warden. You know, what's interesting is, despite it feeling like they're doing really well this game and us getting kind of destroyed right now, they're only up 4 kills still, and their net worth lead has gone from like, what, 6k a little while ago? Down to 2k?
Yeah, they
Arc Warden
switched with Arc Warden.
Yeah, that between that big team fight and just having Moonglaves to farm with, he has taken over the net worth lead. But it's him and then all 3 of their carries, which is not necessarily good. Yeah, so that's the fight I was talking about, where Clockwork goes in and just immediately blasts off Troll Ult and dies for it. I catch Kunkka with the Chaotic Offering. Theoretically would like to go after these 2, but they are running away. And they are not slow. I realize they're getting out and give up the chase. I believe right about now is when I pick up my Axe.
Nice.
That's nice for me. Yeah, it's not super fast, but I do have the Dragon Lance first. And the Void Stone and Boots first, so not quite straight into it. Oh my goodness, there are so many red wards on our side of the map.
Yeah, they really have a lot. And he said there's a war going on, but I don't see him fighting a good fight. They have a ton of them.
Yeah, there are many wards out. Looks like our good Beastmaster is dropping Spark Wraiths everywhere as he runs around and working towards his Ags. He's pretty much got some regen starter items and is working for an Ags. He's really just spamming Spark Wraith everywhere, whether it's a fight or not. That's very interesting. I don't know if they last long enough for that to be a thing. 45-second duration. I mean, I guess if he's like really constantly actively doing that and saturates an area and a fight happens to break out there, it could be pretty good. Warlock is looking for the fight on these Arc Warden illusions, but they're illusions. Clockwork tries to do things, but the tree jumps on him instead. Troll Ult will keep him up for the duration of Troll Ult, and then he will instantly die. The Ravage keeps him from doing really anything with it. And Beastmaster gets out with Shikuchi, and that's a pretty bad fight for him. Arc Warden also went down up there.
Yeah. And they're pushing top again.
Oh, there's 4 of them pushing in top. Kunkka's also pressuring mid. Their gold lead has gone up a little bit again. Sure, Kunkka's got his Silver Edge by now and an additional Crix. Seems good. Tree with Hand of Midas Ags. I like it. The Ags lets him be this ridiculous flying tree. Jetpack. We get a big root right under our T3. The boat stuns us under our T3.
Oh, I'm waiting for it.
You drop the healing ward.
Help out.
I've got my ult. I go on Kunkka, who totally gets away. They've still got Vision down mid. And Arc Warden does the Karen thing. I drop the Golems. not quite far enough forward to stun enough for it to really be worth it. Tree comes through, throws up the water park, and he gets out with not
Oh,
much
the
life
water
left.
park.
Yeah. Well, what should I call it? Yellowstone? All the geysers?
All the geysers.
All of the geysers.com. This guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 abilities right now. He's getting
Yeah.
jetpack, overclocking, and
Go.
torrent storm. Three
That's a
extra abilities from his shard and axe combo, which he has both of off of his Hand of Midas. That is quite a lot.
He doesn't really have that much mana for all of it.
Oh man, I slow down to throw off the gush, trying to stop myself from getting chased.
I tried to do the healing ward thing.
Get caught for my trouble. Right after I go down, Arc Warden shows up. Tidebringer on the Arc Warden is not very effective, even though it's an 800 damage crit. Shrugs it right off with some lifesteal. Arc Warden yells. There is a Ravage. Beastmaster just barely stays up long enough to get his ult off, and that is good enough for Arc Warden to get a triple kill. Tree comes through with the water park again. Arc Warden stays in lane to finish farming the creep wave, and I believe that means Tree is going to get out with jetpack.
I thought it was weird because I could have sworn we could have gotten him. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't think Arc Warden has any lockdown, right? I mean, he's got Flux, which is an okay amount of slow, but
it's better against
I
one
mean,
person who was, trying to run away.
You with wild axes, whirling axes also have some slow, so like together maybe you guys could have gotten him.
Together.
So we've got Shadowblade and Battle Fury on you, along with Ye Old Brown Boots. Seems good. I am chugging away on my build. 1,000 gold from my Manta style. Just trying to eat waves with Gush and wild axes. It's pretty effective. Our Arc Warden Ninja is way ahead with a Daedalus Deso combo and Mask of Madness. So he's doing well this game, so it's obviously working, but like, is this the damage combo for an Arc Warden? I don't know about, like, I like Daedalus because crit is good. But I don't know about getting Deso for armor melt when he could maybe be getting agility and getting both damage and attack speed instead of just damage.
It might be better for sure. He's also trying to I don't know. He said he wanted to hit buildings too. I don't know. It's clearly working. He has 20 on his Deso, which is not an easy feat.
That's what, 10 kills?
Mm-hmm.
2 damage every time an enemy dies while affected by corruption. So you just have to be hitting them when they die. You don't actually need to kill.
True.
But yeah, it's... I mean, once it's got the plus 20 damage, it is a 70 damage item.
Mm-hmm.
With 6 armor melt. Like, it hits hard. But I don't know. I feel like an agility hero. I'll probably want some agility.
It works really nice with glaives, though.
That's true. Glaives doesn't apply it to secondary targets, does it?
I want to say based off what I just saw it does, but...
Well, it definitely is good for hitting buildings.
It does not.
All 5 of them show up top for a fight that fizzles out. They've been doing a good job of rotating to each other and like being together in fights. Mm-hmm. I notice I'm moving up on net worth. I'm now 3rd. Oop, just went up to second place in net worth. And I just finished my Manta style, so I am looking for fights in this one. all three of their carries. What have they got? Kunkka with a... Ooh, Kunkka picked up a halberd. I'm sure that is just for Arc Warden. Their Tide Hunter also has a halberd and a Battle Fury. He got a shard with the Tendrils to the Deep. I mean, seems fine. I feel like this build could hit harder with different items. I don't like halberd, I think. Maybe Abyssal would have been the pick, along with some attack speed. Like Abyssal S and Y.
I like Abyssal. I like more Disable.
Block. Catches. Gets caught by Treetop. Big ult trade goes down. Waterworks are enough
We all
for the
just
clock.
back out. Except for James. James was caught with it.
So
And we'd give him a hard time here too.
Yeah, we had eyes in the forest all around this fight. We knew they were coming. And everybody said, "Clock, get out of there." And James went into support. And everybody else got out. So
But you'll notice there's a whole nother fight that's very similar to that, where James does learn from that and doesn't go with them.
Yep. I mean, I have a fight in like the last video I did where I want to say it was James was bottom. And I went out to support him. And the rest of the team came out afterward. And we ended up just having one of those trickle-in fights where everybody died. And it was awful. Speaking of awful, I blow my ult and my Manta and we get just IO. Really didn't catch as many people as I would have liked to with my golems. Considering 4 of them are up, I decide to peel off and not push. They have some wards on our side of the map.
I got that memo a little late. I'm kind of going into their jungle. I'm being a little aggressive here.
Yeah, looks like they're onto you also.
Mm-hmm.
Tidebringer and Warlock both come to get ya. Tidebringer has the stun to slow you down.
Yeah.
And then he
out.
backs off. I wonder why that was a anchor smash run away. Maybe he thought it was a
ward
trap.
down afterwards. That ward is almost full. Yeah, they put the ward down as I was running away.
Maybe he thought it was Admiral Akbar. It's trap cereal.
Mm.
Alright, Tree is flying around mid. Not that he's actually hitting anyone, just flying around. Up top, Kunkka and Io pushing the wave. The TP deny by Kunkka. How rude. Io pops his Wraith Pack nice and early in this fight. Gets slowed by some Spark Wraiths. And that's 100 gold for our team, eating the Wraith Pack little imp head thing. You are mid. You got your Silver Edge. Looks like you're looking for a fight. They are all a big scary death ball. Clockwork gets caught in triangle again, and this time, like you said, James just immediately skedaddles. The BKB will be good enough for a little while, but once the Tide Hunter catches him with that anchor smash, he goes down. Casual 1000 damage anchor smash. And we are in base waiting for a high ground. Now, interestingly, we are down 6 kills. One of the worst score balances we've seen this game. But now we're up 2k gold. Well, 1k when they Roche. So despite having a kind of small map to worry about, or to work with, And the enemy team deathballing all over it, getting pickoffs every now and then. We are managing to get farm. So... Did I lose Ben again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Arc Warden decided to go top to like get them to split up their push.
Yep.
And 3 of them went top and killed him. I don't know if I agree with this decision to split up the push.
No, I disagreed with it. I thought it was aggressive. He was trying to get them to come to him, and yet,
And they came
They
to him,
did.
but like he doesn't have. Oh look, he got a butterfly.
Escape?
Yeah, he doesn't have any escape abilities. He doesn't have any escape items. Like
There was
I
no.
don't-
I mean, was he gonna TP? Because he TP'd there.
yeah, I don't really understand what the plan was there.
Yeah.
And Ryan has made some very bold moves plenty of times and impressed me with his ability to get things done. But like that one was,
Not it.
that wasn't one of them.
This
All right, they've
this
got
next Omni Slash that I
5
do is the best Omni Slash.
On our tower. Yeah, I think this fight where they try to push high ground bottom, we've started coming online.
Your Manta here.
Yeah, there's the Ravage. Your Omni Slash is down. Chaotic Offering and Manta goes down. Kunkka gets a real big heal in the middle of that fight. Stays up for quite a while. Tide goes down. Kunkka comes back up off the Aegis.
Those cogs, man.
Kunkka goes down a second time. Do we know there's a Gem of True Sight on the ground under this spirit right here? Oh man, we don't see it. And like, that is easy to miss. Look at it, it looks like it's the spirit's like hula hoop or something. That's so silly. I wonder how long that sits here. Anyway, that's 3 of them dead. I go over to jungle to get some farm in and go shopping. Somebody points out, quite correctly, I will admit, that we should probably be pushing. I think it's Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja is pushing.
But I'm pushing, and you guys are all farming.
Everybody knows in Dota, when you kill the enemy team, the thing to do is jungle.
Caramba.
I pick myself up a sheep stick for infinity
Shoot
mana.
at him. Infinity, he says. Uh-oh.
Arc Warden gets the kill on Warlock mid with an assist from Powercox. I bring some pressure to mid. Io comes forward and gets exploded. They're a little shy to come forward. It's too bad, because I really want to catch anybody in this Manta Spirit stream running around me. Tree comes in, he gets turned into a sheep. Ravage goes down, Waterworks goes down. Tidehunter gets a good amount of time in the front of the fight, picks up a couple kills, but it's going to cost them their whole team. Tree will buy back, but it might be too late. Looks like the damage is done. Now we've got 2 golems and bouncy glaives hitting it, hitting buildings, and buildings are melting rapidly. All right. Tree epically misses his hook shot. Carniel is pretty much traded for a boat. Arc Warden stays high ground and
broken now.
pretty much wins the fight. He drowns in the river Styx. I have to run away. James goes back for the Shikuchi kill. Oh, that Warlock is low, but James is done with that fight now that the Arc Warden is down. That must have been a buyback on Arc Warden at some point, because he's down for 2 whole minutes. 2 of them are down for almost as long. Hey, look. We took over net worth.
Uh-huh. You sure did. And you are 6-slotted, sir. Kinda.
Here comes the push down mid. I already TP'd bottom, so I decided to just keep pushing out the lane. I think about running back, but I realized I don't have a TP and I'm not going to make it on foot. So I decided to just go blow up another creep wave and then TP. Flux is activated. Protects our tower from Warlock for a little while. Overgrowth into Omni Slash seems good. Warlock goes down. Tidehunter goes down.
That was such a good fight.
And
That
oh
Warlock
my
and that Tide
God,
didn't know what
everyone
hit
is
them.
dead.
Didn't know what hit them.
Now that they're all dead, we do nasty pushy things.
My Omni Slash did 5,000 that fight.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of damage. Golems go down on bottom. More than anything, I'm kind of just trying to buy space so I can kill this tower. Once the tower goes down, the fight is joined. My golems get stunned. Tree goes down. Kunga gets Karen's. Warlock turns invisible to escape, but escaping will not save these racks. And 44 minutes in.
27K net worth.
Almost 28. Almost 28.
Almost 28, yeah.
I dare say that was a fun game. If you watched the whole thing, hit that like button. Catch me streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Support me on Patreon if you want to see the draft or the post-game analysis, which we're about to go to. Good luck, have fun, don't die. We will catch you in the next one.
Laters.
And on to the post-game analysis.